This is to say I have a history of progressive commitment to our hometown, to my family, to your family and friends without aspirations of riches or glory, whether sweeping the Quan's building or holding cases of Pepsi in my Suburban for the theater shows. I've never done anything to make you believe anything different going forward, and I'd be honored to do it again. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Councilmember Jerry Friedel.
Thank you. I want to thank the FHCCA, Chamber of Commerce, the residents, and my wife for this opportunity to speak here tonight. I have the utmost respect for the other two candidates for their time in office. First, a little bit about my experience. I'm currently in my 4th year as a town council member for the town of Fountain Hills. Prior to that, I had a year on the Strategic Planning Commission for the town of Fountain Hills. I have 40 years experience in banking and finance. I'm the only person on the council right now with that much financial experience. I've not missed a council meeting since 2018, and during that same period of time, I've been to 95% of the planning and zoning meetings. So I know and understand the issues that our town is faced with. My education, I have a degree in finance. It took me 11 years at night to accomplish that. I have a 5-year certificate in financial planning. Both of these were obtained at night while working a full-time job. That was not easy. It was a tough road to go through to deal with that, but I bring that same discipline and work ethic to my job as a council member, and I'll continue to do that in my role as mayor of Fountain Hills. As an accomplished triathlete, having completed over 100 triathlons, it helps add to my focus and discipline. I'm fully engaged with the residents and the businesses in this community. During the past several weeks, my wife and I have been to no less than 46 different establishments in this town. To show my commitment to our small businesses, the entire outfit I have on today is purchased locally from our business community in this town. Even my watch, which is from the watch guys at the Four Peaks School, they recently moved, but that's my commitment to our community. These people have reached out to me, spoken to me, and that's the reason I'm running for mayor. I have the time. I consider this my full-time job. It's not a hobby. And to me, I'm not running just to run. I will bring real value to the office of mayor with my experience in budgeting and finance. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now move on to the questions portion of the evening. Question number 1. In 2006, the town council annexed 1,276 acres of state trust land into the town of Fountain Hills. The voter-approved general plan calls for this land to be developed to increase population to sustain existing and future commercial businesses. What is your vision for development, and what will you do to work with developers to deliver a project that is suitable for Fountain Hills? We'll start with Councilmember Friedel.
So the vision for that property, 1,276 acres, I think at one time they estimated about 1,500 homes going into that area. I don't know that we have the experience or the people on staff right now to do a master plan on that property, but I think that the town should get interested in finding out if there's a way to have a master plan and have that developed, all set and zoned and parceled out and ready to go for a developer to buy that property and to put homes in there. The thought process going back was that it was a couple $100,000 for each lot to get infrastructure into that area. Not sure if that's still the same today. Money's a lot tighter, interest rates are a lot higher right now. So I don't know realistically if that parcel of property will be developed in our lifetime or not. But I think there's a lot that the town can do to spur that forward by getting that plan set up, work with developers, get some developers in here. We have several that are working in the town right now, and open that up to them and get some experienced people in here to get some answers as to where we can go with that property. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Joe Arpaio.
Well, this is a tough question. I'm for business development, but we have to do it right. Do it right. When you talk about land mass, don't forget we have a population limit here. I think it's about 30,000. We're surrounded by the tribes.
Joe, you need the mic.
The tribes. So we have to look at this. Is this thing working?
Yeah, it's
Thank you, Crystal. I can hear you. So we have to look at this. It's a very difficult decision to make. It has to be done right. You have to protect the people, protect the taxpayers on these type of situations. When I'm in office, if you put me there, I'll be studying all of these recommendations, believe me. Right now, I'm not a member, both of my opponents are there, but I'm a quick learner. So I will discuss that problem when it comes up.
Thank you. Next, Mayor Dickey.
Thank you. I was so proud to be, one of my first duties when I got on the council was to help annex that property so that would become part of the town of Fountain Hills. Right now, in order to develop these lots, it's going to be very, very expensive. I think I even heard up to $56,000 a lot. So there's going to be some challenges, whoever comes in there. One of our things that we can do from our side is to have the kind of reputation that will attract developers and investors who would actually want to be in Fountain Hills. And I think that's very important that they feel that we would be willing to listen and to work with them. Sanitary district had some limits. It was like 1,300 homes and that such. So if there's extra infrastructure that's required, it'll even cost more. Another thing that we should do is make sure that the road, Fountain Hills Boulevard, originally when they were going to do it, they were going to, that was going to be their responsibility to make sure that that road was widened and ready to go for all those extra folks, and to make sure that we do work with those surrounding properties because they do abut existing neighborhoods right now. So it would be a great opportunity if somebody wanted to try and do that, and I would love to be here if that happens. Thanks.
Thank you. Moving on to question number 2. Fountain Hills is one of the safest communities in Arizona and is served by the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. In October of 2023, the Town Council approved an intergovernmental agreement with MCSO extending law enforcement services through June of 2026. The contract has a base value of $6.1 million, provides 18 personnel as well as necessary supplies, equipment, and vehicles. Do you feel that this contract adequately serves the needs of Fountain Hills? And what changes, if any, would you negotiate in future contracts? We will start with Mayor Dickey.
Thank you. Yes, I was very involved with the negotiation of this, as was members of our staff and of the council. The idea that the items that we wanted in this weren't met is really not so. Clearly, if you look at the contract the way it exists, we had several items that we were looking at. One had to do with if there was some absentee or there were some people missing, and the result of that was that we had $722,000 given back to us last time and another couple of $100,000 this time. There was also an audit done, and if you went from what we expect and what they do for us, we could very well end up on the receiving end of that audit, or we did end up on the receiving end of that audit. Another thing that happened was the county does set that budget. The vacancy rate was an issue, and we did a compromise where it went from 90 days to 60 days. Yes, Matrix did say that we should have fewer. We didn't want to go down that far. We compromised. We do not pay for Rio Verde at all. Rio Verde and any place that's unincorporated in Maricopa County pay taxes for law enforcement. Fountain Hills does not, but we do have somebody who's housed in our area, and they always make the calls. We do not pay for that. We agreed on school resource officers. We agreed on the IGA that there would be dispute resolution, and there's the red light, but just know that this is a very good, and it also went down by 2% this year. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, Councilmember Friedel.
Thank you. This contract's got to be looked at and reworked. We're not getting what we're paying for. Even today, we're still not. I have 2 emails that I've gotten that confirm the fact that we're still covering Rio Verde and Town Verde. They're taking people from our force, our protection, and they're going up there to handle calls. I don't fault them for that. This is not the local deputy's fault. They're working with what they've got. We've got to operate this contract like it's part of our budget and part of our business, and it's got to be better for Fountain Hills. This contract, we did a review on that contract, and there was a shortfall of several $million. They gave us back $600K, and then they said they were going to give us a deputy to patrol Rio Verde, Town Verde, and Goldfield Ranch. Well, what's the worst call a deputy can go on? Domestic violence call. They're not going alone. They're taking backup, and they're taking guys from our town. We're still paying for part of that coverage up there. That's got to change. District 7 encompasses all these different towns. Why are we the only one getting a bill for this? It's got to change, and it's got to be written. Contracts have a maturity date for a reason, so that they can be negotiated on behalf of the residents in this town. We can't continue to be having our own safety put at risk. We are a safe town, there's no question about that. We could be safer, and we're paying for coverage that we're not getting. So are we getting what we're paying for? That's the question here. And I don't think we are, so we need some work on that contract.
Thank you. Next, Joe Arpaio.
Well, thank you for that subject. As you know, I'm very familiar, being the sheriff for this town for 24 years. Thank you for rehiring me all those years. And I have given advice to council people on what to do. I'm glad that they take my advice and they talk to me about it now. I know all the deputies. I have great faith. They all work for me. They're trying to do their job. Difficult. They took away the posse.